in downtown Anderson, inventor and maverick Pete Bitar is perfecting the latest generation of future weapons.
Some of the things we're working on right now are in our photonic disruptor series.
He's working on two devices which can stop criminals in their tracks. The first is a laser that's powerful enough to disable anyone who gets in its way.
These lasers are designed to temporarily distract and disorient and disable someone's ability to focus on their target.
Can you demonstrate that on me?
Well, let me have you stand back just a little bit, just to be absolutely safe.
Sure.
All right, ready?
Yep. It's definitely something where it definitely causes a moment where I can't see anything, like kind of like a flashbulb.
Yeah, I mean, you probably have some after image.
Exactly. I definitely have after image. There's like a big, like, green blob where your face belongs right
Exactly.
Technology like this could already make a difference in the war on terror.
One example right now that this is being used currently is in combat to stop vehicles at checkpoints.
Iraqi insurgents have often run roadblocks and killed coalition soldiers. But small, powerful lasers can obscure the driver's vision, temporarily blinding him and forcing the vehicle to stop.
It's taking pretty much right until now for my vision to really fully recover from that laser that was in my eye.
Yeah, and that's the idea, is you get that momentary, temporary inability to focus on your target.
So what do you got here?
This is called the XLR, the Extreme Laser Rifle. This combines our most powerful photonic disruptor, PDG 300, which uses just an extremely powerful laser, extremely bright, again, about 3 times more powerful than the average laser. But the other side of this device is the burning laser aspect of it. And you
look
can
at that.
see
Right there.
just
That's
coursing right
awesome.
through it. And that capability, again, totally battery powered and portable.
And it's, is it nearly invisible? I can't see
It's completely invisible. So that capability to be able to burn through a door, break in, and then dazzle everybody in the room is a really powerful capability. And that potential is something that we want to continue to work on.
Pete Bitar's other future weapon is even more shocking.
I'm a little curious. What is this?
This is what we call stun strike. Stun strike is sort of that wireless stun gun. It doesn't use wires or darts or anything. It just fires a bolt of lightning.
I don't know, man. It kind of looks like a briefcase to me.
It's just a briefcase from the outside, and that keeps our secrets safe, but inside there's a lot of firepower.
Whoa, hey, that's a wake-up call right there.
This static electrical charge delivers over 200,000 volts, more than enough to knock a man off his feet.
If they walk into that, obviously they're going to be stunned, and you hope they don't even walk into it because of the intimidating effect and the natural psyche of lightning, you know.
You just hit the word, intimidating effect.
Yes.
I mean, when I first saw it pop off, I just wanted to make sure I was at a safe distance.
Exactly.
For a second, I just wanted to make sure I was at a safe distance.
Exactly.
I mean, it is impressive. I mean, it looks like something out of Star Wars.
So, how would this new generation of weapons be used in the field? Let's rewind the hostage exercise. But this time, John and the SWAT team have the advantage of stun strike and laser technology. The officer wisely positions a stun strike device beside one of the doorways he has to cover, allowing him to concentrate on the other exit. His gun is now fitted with a lightweight, dazzling laser. The stun strike zaps the first suspect as he tries to exit the doorway. At the same instant, the officer fires his laser at the other suspect and hostage. Both devices buy the SWAT team vital seconds as they gain control of the situation without any casualties.
Why did that work?
That one worked, I think, a lot better because the officer that was guarding the 2 doors had one less thing to do. He just guarded 1 door, and the other device guarded the 2nd door.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! How do you see this technology working in law enforcement in the future?
I think it would be one less place that an officer has to be concerned about, and it would reduce the stress.
Directed energy weapons are not limited to lasers and lightning. There is another form of invisible wave that can be used as a powerful and effective weapon. I'm talking about sound. During the first Gulf War, the U.S. Army deployed psychological operations teams armed with vehicle-mounted loudspeakers. These were used to blast propaganda messages, invitations to surrender, and Western heavy metal music in order to deceive and disorient the enemy. They even played the sounds of armored vehicles and helicopters to create ghost battalions out of thin air. This proved that the military was using sound waves as a viable strategic option. To create these effects requires huge loudspeakers and lots of energy to drive the amplifiers. But conventional loudspeaker design hasn't changed in nearly 100 years, and to create an effective acoustic weapon, you need something a little more sophisticated. One successful inventor has achieved what was previously thought to be impossible. He's designed the world's first truly directional combat loudspeaker.
When I was a kid, I think I was in high school before I saw my first TV set. So what there was sound.
Woody Norris has spent more than 30 years building and patenting hundreds of hugely successful ideas.
I loved record players. My dad had an old wind-up record player. I played records that were a half-inch thick, some of them. And of course, then we graduated to 78s and eventually the 33 1/3s and 45s. But I was always in love with sound, and I always realized, as most people that like sound, that the speaker was the weak link.
Really?
And so trying to deal with things that made sound was a big part of my childhood. I remember when we got our first little tube radio for Christmas one year, not for me, for the family.